Free real estate advice. So it's funny, this morning I was thinking I have to talk to one of my financial friends. And I was thinking I'll just start the conversation saying that I don't want free financial advice. And I thought, wait a minute. Like, I love giving free real estate advice and help to people in general because I know there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle they need to put together. So I'm never hesitant to do that. And I'm thinking he'd probably answer any questions I have. So the way we think about real estate, and I find, buyers and sellers, they get caught up in this. They're like, well, I don't want to just call an agent. I don't want to just ask an agent because I don't know. So I'm going to Google it. I'm going to ask my friends. I'm going to ask my relatives. I'm going to ask people I know what they think first, and then I'll see. And this is going to kill you. This is going to be you trying to undo some bad advice to figure out what good advice really looks like. Here's an example. Your life, about your home, your asset, your most expensive asset for most people, at least one of the most expensive assets, is real estate, right? So it's like a puzzle. So you have a box, you take the puzzle out, and it's all these pieces. And it's like, I don't know which pieces, how do I know which pieces fit where? It's a challenge, right? So you're trying to fit all these pieces together, checking on Google, going online, asking ChatGPT, hearing what happened with other people, right? And you're like, well, I'm just going to call my friend because I think I need to do some renovations. And I'm going to call my friend and I'm going to ask her what she did because I know she made more money than she expected on her house. She's in Southern New Hampshire. I'm in the Lakes region, but let's see, I'll ask her and she'll help me. So what you're doing is your friend is another puzzle box. So you're literally opening another puzzle box. You're taking 6 pieces out of that puzzle box because that's her scenario, her home, her location, her details, probably a very different house, so many differences, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to take all those pieces, but they don't fit into your puzzle. And you're like, well, I'm going to call my mother-in-law. She lives down in Massachusetts. She's in the Boston area. She did real estate for years. She got out, it was 15 years ago, but she still knows it's real estate, right? And so you call your mother-in-law and she gives you 3 tips that were very relevant in her market, in her day. And it's not that they're not relevant today. They're just going to be different because she's in the Boston market and you're in the Lakes region. So you call her and she gives you these things. So you get another puzzle box and you take 3 pieces out of there. Okay, so you get the 6 pieces from your friend from a different puzzle. You get another puzzle going on that has 3 pieces from your mother-in-law. And you're like, you know what? I still don't know what to do. I still can't figure out my own puzzle. I'm going to call Uncle Phil. He's been in Pensacola, Florida forever. He's been an agent down there. He's really successful. He lives in a great community. I know he can help me. So you call Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil says, do this, this, and this. But some of that stuff doesn't even sound right because Florida market's different than New Hampshire market. People think differently when they're moving south versus, looking in the Lakes region. So now you opened another puzzle box. You got 4 more pieces from Uncle Phil, not for your puzzle. So now you're more confused than ever. You're like, none of this makes sense, though, for what I do know, because I've been paying attention. I need real guidance. This is just messy. This is getting worse instead of better. Or you go on the other thing and you're like, I have all this information. I know exactly what I need to do now because I talked to 3 other people and I got it. That's almost more dangerous because you don't know what you don't know. And if you're thinking you're taking all this other information from other people in other markets and you're going to bring it here and it's going to work the same, that's going to be detrimental and you're going to get stuck. So pick up the phone, give me a call. If you're not ready to sell or buy or do whatever it is you want to do in real estate right now, that's okay. You need some of these puzzle pieces that I have. I can give you good information. I can give you, some people to call to help figure out some of this other stuff that maybe isn't real estate related. Maybe it has to do with how much is my flooring going to cost? And I can help you with the ROI. I can help you make good decisions. I can help you with a lot of the details, but I'm not an expert in all of them. So if you think your electrical system needs to be updated, well, you need to call an electrician first, get that price, and then we can talk about it. If you need a new roof, you need to get some prices. I can give you some references, and then you can get some prices, and we can talk about that. We can talk about what all this looks like. especially if you need to sell to buy something else in a different market, even that gets even more complicated for people, which I can streamline that for you. But I am willing to give you free advice and free guidance. The only time that I can't do that, if you are under contract with another agent trying to sell your house and it's not going well, and you're like, I really need somebody else, you can call me. I can't give you guidance on the contract that you're in. I can only tell you what it will look like if we work together, but you have to direct that conversation. I cannot just call you and solicit your business if you are under contract with another agent to sell your property, or if you're buying, like if you're in a contract. I can't give advice in those situations. So there is that. But if you want to call me and say, what would it look like to work with you? Because I'm just frustrated right now. I can give you that information. We can have those conversations. What people don't understand about the way that I do my business is I have a lot of conversations all the time. Not everybody becomes a client of mine, but I have the information. I have the firsthand information. I have the important information you need. I have all that at my fingertips, and I'm full-time in real estate. It's always at my disposal. I pay attention to what's going on. I work with buyers and I work with sellers. So when buyers come through, they give a whole different impression sometimes than what sellers are thinking. And it's important that an agent who is selling actually works hand in hand with buyers in the type of market we're in, because that's where the answers lie on how to get your home sold the fastest. Sometimes it's not information a seller wants to hear, but it's viable, valuable information. And agents who only list and have somebody else do all the buyer work with them, they're not as hands-on. So you might be missing that information. If the agent's only part-time and they have another full-time job and they can't show your house all the time, that may be part of the problem. Like there's all these little intricacies and details that we can talk about. And again, it can be free real estate, helpful information and guidance. Doesn't mean it's going to turn into a contract that you have to sign with me. But, and I don't give my time, like if you call me every day for days on end, that we're going to hit a point where we are not having any more conversations if you're not planning on working with me. But in the beginning, to put the pieces together, just to get on the right foot with your situation, you need more information than you're going to find online. You need more than Google. You need more than ChatGPT. You need a real human being in the market, working in the market in the exact time you're looking to do something, because the market this year is different than the market in February of 2025. Different than the market of February 2020, different than the market of February 2018. Like there's been these severe and significant differences in the market. And right now we're seeing kind of things at a standstill. There's also a lot of snow out there. So we've had the coldest, snowiest winter we've had in a long time. I don't know if it's the coldest, but it's definitely one of the snowiest in at least 6 years. Spring is coming, boating season's coming. There are people looking right now, right? And they're looking and they're paying attention to what's going on in the market, the buyers that are out there. Everybody's thinking rates are going to come down. Everybody's thinking home prices are going to come down. We don't know this. We don't have a crystal ball. We work with the real information now. And then if you're going to list in 3 months, we reevaluate them and stay in touch along the way, because the market can shift during those periods of time, up or down, sideways. You need an expert who can guide you. And if you're not comfortable with the information you have, your gut's telling you you need to find somebody to talk to. And you might have talked to 3 people already. Maybe you talked to somebody at every open house you go to. Whole nother video for another day. But if your gut is like, I just really need to talk to somebody, I need the right information, just text me, give me a call. If I can't answer, I will obviously get right back to you. I'm, with a client, but I respond, I communicate, I know my market, I know the details. I know your money is important to you, the money you have in your home, the money you need to go onto your next chapter. Like that's super important to you. You got to get it right. And getting the right information and having the conversations, and sometimes they're hard conversations, but we need to have them to make sure you're setting yourself on the right path so you can put all the pieces of your puzzle together and they're all going to fit. You're going to be happy at the end. You're going to feel like you won. You're going to be like, yes, did it. Like those are super important things to you, which makes them important to me. And we don't have to sign something, day one. If you want to go looking at a property day one, there is a signature required for how, the agent's getting paid. Like that's just something that is a law. And if that's happening and you're not being asked to sign something, well, they're violating so many rules. Anyway, that's the only time, but to have a conversation, nothing is required from you. And we can Zoom and I can show you some things online and some patterns online in MLS in live time. So you can see what I'm explaining to you and make it feel like I want your gut to go, yeah, that was good. That was a good conversation. Now I have information to go on to the next step. You might be 2 years away. That's okay. Like, not everybody's ready today, but need information today. So let's talk. Let's get you on the right path to get your puzzle complete so you feel like you've been successful. If you're selling, you can get the most out of your home. If you're buying, you can get it for the best price. Like those things don't come easy unless you have the right person working with you. I want to be that right person working with you by your side to guide you if that's something that you want to do. But again, it's not mandatory. I'm here to offer you some guidance. Let's have a simple conversation and see where you want to go with it. My name is Michelle Pallas. I'm at eXp Realty Luxury in Guilford, New Hampshire. We are the Lakes Region group and we know the Lakes region. So happy to help you whenever you need. Talk soon.